When the message came through, I was standing beneath chandeliers that glittered like trapped starlight. The ballroom buzzed with laughter, clinking glasses, and the low hum of business chatter. It was our company's annual gala, the kind of night where reputations were made or broken. And then my phone vibrated with 6 words that felt like a bomb detonating in my chest. I'm staying at David's tonight. Don't wait up. I stare at the screen, convinced it had to be some cruel mistake. Emma, my wife, had never hidden frustration before, but this wasn't frustration. It was a declaration, precise and brutal. My grip tightened around my champagne glass until I worried it might shatter. The irony was sharp. She had spent months accusing me of putting work first, of loving boardrooms more than her. And she wasn't entirely wrong. I had poured my blood, sweat, and countless hours into building this company from nothing. But betrayal? That was not the remedy I had anticipated. Across the room, David laughed, completely unaware that his name had just ignited my world. Tall, magnetic, ambitious. He seemed harmless among colleagues. Yet he had become the epicenter of my private storm. The puzzle pieces clicked into place. Late-night gym sessions, sudden wardrobe changes, the faint hint of cologne I didn't own. Rage simmered beneath the surface. I could have stormed over, grabbed him by the tie, and made a scene, but then I realized Emma had chosen her battlefield poorly. Allies, investors, journalists, rivals surrounded her. If she wanted to humiliate me, she had underestimated one crucial factor: my ability to turn pain into strategy. Sliding my phone into my pocket, I replaced shock with the calm mask I had perfected over years of negotiations. The CEO, Richard, clapped me on the shoulder. "Michael, the board is thrilled with this quarter's results. Outstanding work." I smiled, steady and measured, even as Emma's words burned in my mind. Tonight marked the beginning. Her betrayal wouldn't leave me broken. It would teach her that silence was not weakness, and David would soon discover that climbing a ladder on someone else's life never ends well. I mingled, smiled, let the energy of the room return to me. Emma had thought she caught me off guard. She hadn't. Her message had given me clarity sharper than any boardroom insight. I didn't apply immediately. Anger would have played right into her story. Hours later, as speeches ended and couples claimed the dance floor, I typed my response. 7 words. Enjoy your night. Don't come home again. I hit send, letting the weight of it settle. Across the ballroom, David's phone lit up. His laughter faltered. His eyes darted nervously around the room. He hadn't expected me to know, not tonight, not this way. Word spread quietly. Colleagues who had watched me build this company from the ground up noticed his discomfort. The contrast undeniable. He looked guilty. I looked untouchable. Later, on the balcony, Richard raised his glass. "You've always had the sharpest instincts, Michael. I hope you know you're next in line." When I stepped down, I clinked my glass against his, a quiet smile crossing my lips. Emma's timing couldn't have been more poetic. She thought she was cutting me down. Instead, I rose higher than ever. When I returned home, there were no explanations, no apologies, no tears waiting for me. By morning, the locks had been changed. Her belongings were boxed and delivered to her parents' house. Finances were divided strictly by the numbers, no extra concessions. She called, angry, panicked, even remorseful, but my silence said everything. She had already revealed the truth in that single message. I had only listened. David didn't last long at the company. Whispers became questions. Questions became executive decisions. A man who couldn't respect boundaries had no place handling billion-dollar deals. Within a month, his office was empty. I carried on, stronger, sharper, wiser. Not because of betrayal itself, but because Emma had given me the gift of clarity. What was fragile, what was false, and what I no longer needed to bear. The gala was meant to celebrate success. For me, it became the night I shed dead weight. Emma thought her absence would break me. Instead, it set me free. And now, when people ask about that night, I tell them the truth.